I'm Michelle Lance, CEO of the Greater Lansing Food Bank, and we're going to be highlighting our garden project. Normally in July, we would be doing regular garden tours around the community, but because of the pandemic, we've decided to bring them to you virtually. So welcome to our first in a series that is highlighting nutritious food, dedicated gardeners, and special growing spaces like the one you see behind me. This is our demonstration garden, and it's one in a network of 100 plus gardens around the community. Later, you will see youth and donation gardens. But today, we're going to focus on growing your own food. People tell us that they grow their own food in order to eat more fruits and vegetables, provide for their family, and of course, cut down on the money that they have to spend at the grocery stores. It's also more nutritious and more healthy and just more fun to be able to grow your own. Another reason they do this is because they give back to the community. A lot of what they grow will go to local pantries and agencies and to other people who maybe don't have the opportunity to grow. So please join us on Facebook and Instagram, and thank you so much for your support in all these years. We hope you enjoyed these virtual tours.
Hello, my name is Teresa, and I'd like to welcome you to the Let's Community Garden. We are located on the west side of Lansing. This year, we have 13 families from various cultural backgrounds that are gardening in the garden. This is my third year gardening with the Let's Community Garden, and this year I am growing lots of wonderful veggies. I'm growing corn, I'm growing cabbage, Swiss chard, beets, which I love, string beans, and this year, for the first time, I'm trying potatoes. So I'm really excited to see how those are going to come out. Not only am I a gardener here, I'm also the garden leader. And over the course of 3 years, I have learned so much about gardening. I went from knowing this much to knowing maybe this much. And every year I progress, and I'm just so proud of what I've learned about being a gardener. I remember the first time someone called me a gardener, I was taken aback, and I said, "What did you call me?" And he said, "A gardener." And I was like, "I'm a gardener?" And he says, "Yes, you're a gardener." So that was kind of exciting for me to be classified as a gardener. I would like to share that with COVID and everything going on, I was really concerned that we would even have the opportunity to garden this year. And I was so happy that all the plots throughout the city were able to open up. It just brought all of us together despite what's going on. We all come out here, we work together, and we just enjoy doing what we do. We look forward to being able to feed our families with the vegetables that we're growing. And it's just a way for us to connect as a community. And we just look forward to coming back next year too.
Hi, welcome to Armory Garden. I'm Margaret.
And I'm Jill. We're garden leaders along with Liz, who you'll see in a moment.
And so the Armory Community Garden was established in 2005, and it was established with the mission of just promoting gardening in the community. And so we have a great group of gardeners here. Many of them are from the neighborhood and walk or ride their bike to the garden, and some come from farther away because they know that Armory Garden is just so great. So they have gardening here for many, many years. We have some people who I think have been here since 2005.
Yeah, really a core group of gardeners have been here for a long time.
Yeah.
And new people are always coming in and they move to the area.
Right. I think one of the great things about our garden as well is we get a lot of students from MSU, and so we have people who are experts in all sorts of different kinds of plants, different kinds of bugs, pollinators. We have a beautiful pollinator garden that was put in a couple of years ago.
Hops.
Oh yes, the hops that are growing. So.
We have a large compost area.
Right.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. I think my favorite part are these flowers that just grow all over the garden. That's kind of what I love the most about it. And all of the birds that it kind of brings into the garden as well. It's just really nice and peaceful to sit and see finches, and there's a killdeer. There was a killdeer nest a couple years ago in the garden. So it is kind of like a little oasis in the east side.
And it's centrally located. There's schools and parks surrounding it, so get a lot of foot traffic in the area. It's a great place to meet up with people and get to know different people in the area.
Yeah.
That's one thing I really like about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I also, it's a different time this year, and we have not been able to do events like we've done in the past to get to know gardeners, but even so, I think, it's a place where you get to know your neighbors, and you get to learn about them, learn about what they're planting, and connect with people. So even though we don't have the events like we have had in the past, we're still kind of trying to foster that community aspect in our garden.
And it's so great to be able to come here and see people that you know and people that you might not see otherwise who aren't in your core family, and just get a check-in and know that people are doing okay and still enjoying the outside and growing food, and it's really lovely. Yeah, we love it.
Hi, my name is Liz, and I'm a second-year gardener here at Armory Community Garden. And this is my plot. I love growing a variety of different vegetables, tomatoes, eggplant, watermelon, these lovely volunteer sunflowers that are all over the garden. And what I really love about gardening here at the community garden is the sense of community. That's why we call it a community garden. I love running into all of my friends here and talking about our common interest, and I absolutely love gardening, definitely a passion of mine, and I think that most people here would agree that it's a big passion of theirs beyond just this space. And especially this year when things are a little bit different, it's nice to have a place that's open and that we're allowed to go and still have some sense of normalcy when, in other areas of our lives we maybe don't have that much and kind of lack some sort of connections that we would usually have around this time of year, this lovely summertime. So yeah, that's what I really love about this garden, and yeah, so keep it up.
I'm Scout. I'm here at the Armory Garden. This is my third year gardening here. My advice to other gardeners is that it's all about the compost. The more compost you can get in your garden, the better everything is going to go. And this year is pretty different than other years, so this has been a really important year to be able to garden here. We got a late start because of coronavirus, but everyone got in right away after and got their crops planted, and as you can see, the garden is just filled with crops. And in fact, more people, I think, felt the need to garden, and more of our plots are taken this year. So it's really wonderful to have more neighbors in the plots next to my plot, as more people try to do as I did and get some nice, safe outdoor recreation. It's good for, it's been so good for my mental health, for my physical health, and it feels really good to be growing my own food. My favorite thing to grow is probably shallots or garlic. And that's because you plant garlic in the fall and it's waiting for you, and when you come in the spring it's already growing and you already have something growing in your garden. And I love growing shallots because they're easy to grow and they're so expensive in the store but cheap if you grow them yourself.
Hi, my name is Kay. Welcome to our Slater Park Garden. We're in the Grosbeck neighborhood and we've been here since 2009, and we have a variety of gardeners here. We grow a variety of crops, and it's doing very well this year considering we all got it in late. And
yeah, my name is Ike. Okay. I live in the neighborhood on Magnolia Avenue, and I've been gardening here since it started in 2009. My plot has remained the same, although I've expanded. I've continued to garden, and I've been enjoying it year after year. Yeah, so in fact I transferred from when I was a student at MSU. We used to garden at the branch over there, and then the other. I moved over there when I moved to the neighborhood, and then when this site started, I joined in because it's just very convenient, and I've been growing all kinds of fruits, mainly tomatoes and peppers, and then I added corn and then a number of other things too. I garden at the back of my yard as well.
It's been good. I mean, the garden looks amazing for only being in. I believe we got in the first week of May. I don't even remember.
Yes. Although
So-
I started mine a little earlier because mine has been a plot that.
And not only do most of us grow food for our own tables, but also to donate. So once it starts coming in, we just take it over to the food bank, and they'll make sure that somebody gets it, because I don't like to see produce rot.
It's true, yeah.
There's
Kay
no
is one
excuse.
of the people that's always on the tails of people who are really careless. She once said in the group email, it's criminal that
It
you
is.
grow something and you let it rot.
It is.
Well, some people out there...
too many hungry people.
Yes, are hungry. Yeah, so, and speaking of which, I've been gardening for so many years, and on a good year, in fact, and this is for most of the years, I grow enough tomatoes and peppers that last for the family of 6, year round. And we have extras to give out to neighbors, to friends, to other people that need